I guess this day was always going to come, wasn't it? Let's see what's going to happen, shall we? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Skeffscomicknowledge. I am Skeff, and thank you so much for checking out today's video. I really appreciate it. So like the title and the thumbnail says, I give up. I throw in the towel. You win. I'm gonna send books to CBCS. Because at this point, with these turnaround times, I just gotta try it. I gotta try it. I sent one book in. It was okay. It wasn't bad. So time to really test out this theory and see how it goes. So without further ado, here is CBCS and what they have to offer. I actually just made an official account, a paid for account, and kind of go over what they have for their accounts. They have a free one and then obviously paid ones. So in their membership tiers, they have a dealer one, a gold, a silver, a bronze, and a free one. So the cool part is that with this one, you get a discount on your memberships, no matter which one you get. And also, there's no credit like CGC does, but they do offer these coupons. And then for the $100 one, there's these Fast Pass. Looks like you get 3 little coupons for Fast Pass, and this one you get like 2 coupons for two-day moderns, which is what I'll probably definitely be using. You get 2 rapids and 2 for 1 on one-day turnaround time books. And you got 500, 150, 100, but then the price interesting breakdown turns out like this. So it's $18 for the free one, and then 16, and proceed to be 16 for the next 3. You have a 2-day modern, which is going to be books that are valued less than $2,000, 1975 and newer, for a 2-day modern turnaround time. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So at 40, 36, 36, then you have expanded and so on and so forth, and more add-ons and imaging and slideshows and signature verification process. So it works like $25 for the first signature and then an additional $15 per signature. So what does all that mean? So let's go ahead and go to the grading pricing. So here's a breakdown of the modern pricing. So $16 for members, which is $6 less than CGC. Then you have non-members for $18, which is still cheaper than CGC, with a 4 to 6 week currently, but they have this giant part up here you can't miss, saying all turnaround times are estimates. So at the end of the day, it's just like, it could be 8 weeks, it could be 12 weeks, it could be 6 weeks. So that's everything 1975 to new. It's pretty much everything modern. So if you're talking anything older, so pre-1975, you're looking at $27 per book, and then for members, and then $30 for non-members. Like they're giving around that same current, and then also like valued up to $250 on the modern 1975. This is also up to $250 for the pre-1975, and then any year valued up to $400 breaks down to $30 and $34. So I mean, that's not that bad of an increase. Now, the one I'm most interested in is this 2-day modern turnaround 1975 to present. Because if you aren't aware, most of the books I get on the channel are pretty much 1975 and newer. Very few. I have some. If you go back and watch some of my previous videos, I do have some pretty older books. But this is what's intriguing to me. So this is a 2-day business day turnaround time. So realistically, probably like 2 weeks start to finish, right? You ship the books out, probably takes like 3 to 4 days. They receive the books, and then the 2-day turnaround time. So you're looking maybe like another, 5 business days. So your 3 days, your 5 business days, and then maybe another 3 business days to get back to you. So all in all, like 12 business days. So maybe like 2 weeks. So if that's accurate, which we're going to test out today, or when I ship out the books, I'll put a timestamp on there and figure out when they got shipped out. If this is true, this could be a huge benefit to a lot of people in the community. So for me, I've had some books I've wanted to get graded that I have wanted to sell, but I don't want to keep spending like $100 per book to get graded. Now, people are saying, wait, Skeff, don't CBCS books sell for less? I mean, sometimes, not always. Technically, yes, but not no, but they shouldn't. So, yeah, there's your answer. This is going to be a great theory that I'm going to try to see what actually happens. So I have 7 books, 5 new modern things to older things. I'm going to use my brand new CBCS membership that I just picked up. I just did the $100 one. And the reason I just did the $100 one and not the $150 or $500, because the trick is that I didn't see any benefit for doing the 2 times up to Rapid or the 2 for 1 on 1 day, because I don't have anything that crazy that needs it. The 3 Fast Pass and the 2-day modern books, plenty. And also, you don't get a price break on the $150 or the $500 discount for any grading tier. So for me, I don't see a benefit for me with the $150 or $500. If someone does have those, and if there is a massive benefit, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know. So back to the pricing. This 2-day modern is going to be fascinating, because I'm looking forward to seeing what actually happens with these prices when I get the books back and then try to sell them. So the 7 books that I have that I want to test it out with are all books that, at least the modern ones, all look like 9/8. I can't find any dings or damages or dents or bites or anything like that. So like, if one of them doesn't come back at 9/8, well, all is not lost. I'll just chalk it up to me not knowing what I'm doing and we'll move on. But the 7 books I do have that I'm going to be sending CGC is going to be the cardstock cover of Joker #2, second print, 1:25 ratio variant. These, I think, are currently on eBay right now for around $60. So I'm curious to see what this one sells at a 9/8, because I can't find any other 9/8s for comps on this one, but just curiosity of what this would go for in a CBCS if it got a 9/8. The next book up is going to be a copy of Nottingham #2, first printing, where I think CGC 9/8s are going for around $120. So it'll be interesting to see if this came back as a CBCS 9/8, what it would go for. Next one up is my only copy that I picked up off the rack because I thought it looked cool, is a Nottingham #1 first print. This is going to be fascinating because I think first prints 9/8s are right around that $275 for CGC. So I'll be interested to see what this one, if it sells, on what it goes for. A lot of people tell me that there's a percentage decrease into what CBCS sells for versus what CGC sells for. And I'm interested to find out, is that differential worth it? So for example, if I have a CGC book, now regardless, it's going to change on what book it is 100%. Let's say it's a modern book. Let's say it's, I don't know, this book. A brand new Something to Children #16 ECGCE, very difficult acronym for me, exclusive. This just came out, I think maybe a month or 2 ago. Technically, shouldn't it sell for the same as a CBCS and a CGC? Because they're both brand new moderns. So I'm curious on how that's going to work out. But the reason I bring it up is because if people say the CBCS sells for less, I think it depends on the book. Now, sure, older books, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. But maybe. But for new modern stuff that just came out, that, you know, a 9/8's a 9/8, right? Like, sure, there's true 9/8s and like weird 9/8s, but most of the time though, right? Most of the time, like 90% of the time, like a 9/8's a 9/8, right? So if it's CBCS versus CGC, now granted, I definitely think one label significantly better than the other, and I will let you guess on which label I'm talking about. So that kind of changes it for me a little bit. But regardless though, value-wise, close to the same. So the reason I want to find out for real is because if there is a price difference, right? Let's say you have 2 books that, let's say, are moderns. You get both of them graded. They both come back 9/8. You both sent them in using each company's like 2-day or fast track or whatever it is. So for CBCS, we're talking $36. Now, that doesn't include shipping there, shipping back, things like that, but just for the grading fee. And if you're going to use CGC for their super fast grading fee, it would cost you between $100 and like $120, depending on which discount you have. So if you can realistically tell me that when you go to sell the book, the modern in a 9/8 or a 9/6 even, like a high grade modern, that you're actually going to see a price differential of between $70 to $90. Like, that's hard for me to believe. So the reason I'm going to test it out is I'm going to do something really dumb. So what I'm going to do is I have 2 books that I'm going to have my buddy look over as well. I have 2 copies of this really, really cool We Live #1 4th printing from the Comic Mint. 2 copies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be stupid. I'm going to send in one of these to CGC for their super fast track grading, because I'm an idiot. And I'm going to submit the other one to CBCS for their 2-day modern turnaround time. Now, my luck, one of them come back to 9.6 and the whole experiment's off. But regardless, cross my fingers, hope they both come back at 9.8 and hopefully it works out. But I am really interested to see what the price differential is actually, right? Let's say they both come back, right? And they both end up selling or valued in a 9.8 at like, I don't know, 150, right? Then was the CGC one really worth it? No. Is it worth it if you want to wait and pay the $22? Sure. But then you're going to end up paying $22 for the CGC grading fee, $36 for the CBCS grading fee, and get it back in hopefully 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to really testing the experiment out. I really can't stand the turnaround times anymore, but I'm interested, right? Like, the community is really appalled by what the turnaround times are, especially for regular CGC turnaround times. Granted, they are still keeping up with their walkthrough turnaround time, but that's still like $130 for the walkthrough. And then you still have the Express, but it's not really Express anymore. The Express is still taking like 14 business days right now. I think it's 10 to 14 business days, depending on which day you check CGC. Still about 2 weeks for the super expensive $100 to $120 grading, depending on what discount you have. One of those things where, like, I really want to find out if there truly is a massive price differential. Then at the end of the day, you know, time is money, right? So, like, maybe you just break even, right? Pay $7 less for grading over at CBCS, and sure, what if it sells for $7 less? Well, then it's just null and void then, right? Otherwise, you would have spent $70 more, and then you would have sold it for $70 more. Like, at the end of the day, it's just nice to get the books back. So if it sells for less, it sells for less. And that's why I really want to test this experiment out. So let me show you the other two books that I'm curious to see on how they turn out. So I have a really nice copy of Star Wars #1 Newsstand. Only thing really wrong with it is there's a small little baby tear on that top corner there. So I'm hoping it'll at least come back higher than like 8.5 or higher is what I'm hoping for that one. And then I have this really nice copy, Newsstand, of G.I. Joe #1 that I hopefully come back a little higher than 8.5 as well. So I'm hoping for 8.5 for both of those. They've both already been pressed. So I'm hoping for 8.5 on both those. And like I said, I have 2 copies of this We Live book that I'm tempted to send one to the CGC. Like, I want to send it off for the experiment, but I'm just like, ugh, I don't even know if I want to test it because it's so expensive. So they might just get both sent to CBCS. And like I said, I have the other 4 books that are all moderns, that are all just come out, that are all in great shape. Is that Something Against Children #16, the Nottingham #1 first print, the Nottingham #2 first print, and then the cardstock thick cover of Joker #2 second print 1/25. So I'm really curious to see how long it'll actually take for these books to come back. Let me know down in the comments below if you use the service CBCS and how long it actually took. I would love to know. Also, if you found this video helpful in any way or entertaining or anything like, please, Skeff, smash that like button, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. If I found to bring you any information or knowledge or entertainment, that would make me very happy. And I have the 2 copies of the We Live #1 fourth print that I'm tempted to send one to CGC, but I might just send both of them to CBCS and call it a day. So that's it, guys. Just a short, quick little video about Skeff. Just throwing in the towel, saying, I give up. I'm just going to send some books to CBCS and see what happens. Because at this point, guys, can't be waiting for books like I'm waiting for a kid to come out, right? That's ridiculous. That's it, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you use CBCS and how the turnaround times have actually been for you. I would love to know and get some more feedback, because this is one of the things where I'm like, so if this $36 2-day business days of modern books valued at $2,000 or less for only $36 to get it graded, not including shipping, I might see a whole future of submitting a bunch more books to CBCS. So I'm fascinated to see how it goes, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the journey that we go on to see how these books turn out. Alright, guys, but that's it for me. Hope you have a fantastic day. Skeff, out.